What's going on, everybody? We are back for the Snake episode 2. I am here, Austin Foate, and I am with Kristin and Lindsay. Lindsay, what's going on? It's been like a week now. How are you feeling?
Boo, Mena for traitors.
Yes, so, everyone watched it by now. Episode 2 is, we're all sad here because Lindsay, unfortunately, I know Mena, got caught, man. How you feeling? Like, speak to us.
I think Mom played a great game. It's very not her to come out aggressive. That's very her. So, of course, this first episode, maybe not the best strategy when playing these sort of games, but it's more her watching, her kids watching it in general or talking about it. She's very new to this world. I'm so incredibly proud of her. I think she did an amazing, amazing job. And yeah, Mena for traitors or for whatever she wants to do.
I love it. I love it. Kristin, what's up?
Hey, I'm getting more into this show. I really hate his chain, but I'm getting into it. Boo for the ending tonight. But we're getting into a lot of nitty gritty, and we're seeing even the previews showing a little spiciness. So let's get into it. I'm yes, villainous.
Yes. I just realized I forgot my glasses, so I'm going to be looking down and squinting very often, so Perfect. Don't mind me. But let's talk about the start. Holy crap, we just got right into the social game, right? What are we thinking? Before we watch this episode, what's everyone's expectations? I know, for example, me, I'm expecting Catherine to be the ringleader, kind of figure something out, and people just kind of latch on with her. What are you guys thinking going into this episode?
I think with Catherine, she's kind of that first initial, she's the snake, you know what I mean? We were all looking at Mena because Mena made those decisions right off the bat, but Mena wasn't in power, it was Catherine. And so I think for her to kind of be I need to kind of just start moving and grooving with everybody and find out where somebody protect me. I'm this innocent. I just happen to have the medallion. Save me, kind of thing. I think it's a smart decision here. We saw and I'm sure they can see too if we can. We saw a couple different groups forming last week. And so it's kind of which one's the better option here? Where am I going to go? So I think this is especially where we're seeing where this ended up tonight, which I know we're going to get to, but I think that this is really setting the stepping stones for how this safety chain, which is why I think I'm enjoying it so much, is that it's going to change every round. I don't think it's going to necessarily be this group of people.
I 100% agree with you. I like the trios forming as we're watching them, and just makes everything so interesting. We're watching the safety chain because you never know what's going to happen by the end.
Yeah, because walking into this, we have pretty much was it 3 trios, the boys club. You got the it's Amanda,
Cody and David.
Yup, and then what's the third one? That one's the one I'm slipping.
You got Catherine, Brian, and Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan was tagging in Alyssa, so they're somewhat a quad, but they're not. They don't know.
She thinks they're a quad.
She thinks they're a quad. They don't know that they're a quad, so we're gonna be here for this whole mess.
Well, the funny thing is that's one of the first things that happens on the episode. So literally, we cut in and it's the boys' club. Immediately, it's Jack's boys, we gotta stay tight, and then literally you got Catherine walking in oh, play number whatever on my phone, latch on to the strongest players. So Catherine's pretty much calling these guys out as the top dogs. I personally thought they were kind of at the top of the chain right now at this point in the game.
The funny thing about the top dogs is they fall very quickly and very hard. So I'm anticipating, and again, we're going to get to more of this, where it really comes into play at the end here, because we're starting to see where that head honcho, the raw, I'm hard and now you're my enemy kind of the situation. And you can't really do that in these kind of games. You have to keep everything open.
Yeah. So basically how it keeps going out, so Frank and Derek are basically calling BC out. I don't know what that note is, but Cody doesn't trust Jacob is what I'm getting to. So we got the whole McLean crush is on, Jack a little bit. Jacob's not being very trustworthy around, like, Jacob's kind of getting the raw edit very early on. Like, are we like thinking Pastor Jacob's gonna do well in this challenge? I wasn't.
We're gonna get to my new nickname for Mr. Jacob later on. But no, I mean, this is a really rare, like a kind of, again, a bunch of misfits thrown together. You do see that just natural, like, we hate to say that we're adults and we still do the high school, like, cliques of it all, like the jocks are over here and the artsy people and all those things. But you really see it forming in this dynamic of this, where they're like, where are you guys? Where do I fit? Where do I go? Do I go with the jocks and the popular kids, or like, where do I go? And I think it's funny.
Yeah, 100%. Is it like, am I athletic? Do I use my brains? Do I fit in with this group of people? Are they my age? Are you 2 grades older than me? Like, they're figuring it out in real time.
Jacob's just there, like, am I in high school? Like, what's happening? He does zero idea.
I'm not like into Jacob is kind of where I'm getting at with my comment. Like, he's just kind of just straight to the point, just there, like, playing the game. Like, yeah, I'm here. Like, I'm here to make friends, I think. Make money.
He's wandering the hall. That's what he's doing right now.
He's scaring people like Frank out of his mind. He's like, what the hell is this dude around here? Chill out a little bit.
Oh, well, we're going to see him go a little bit more nuts.
Yeah, we will. Because we pretty much cut right into the challenge. The challenge is kind of early on this episode.
Yeah.
We literally, oh, what's up, buddy? Chill out. So we basically go into the challenge, and it's a fun little food challenge where they have to eat garbage, basically, in cups. I mean, I hate these type of challenges. I'd probably suck at it. So I applaud the people that are really, like, into this one.
I mean, I would most certainly just refuse to do this, but also I forgot, like, I took a step in, like, to the island of Fiji. I thought we were doing Survivor all of a sudden, but I mean, it took me a step back to the gross food eating challenge, which, I mean, I love to watch because I love to see people, like, struggle like this because I'm a little bit evil on the inside. But I mean, I definitely would not be participating at all. Like, I'd be like, I'm good. We're good.
It had to be something crazy, like crazily not crazy in the sense of nasty, like just something like simple for me to just, I would forget about it and slam it. But some of this was like cow eyeballs or something. I was like, no, I'm good. Lindsay?
I'm good. So I usually don't like these episodes on like the Challenge or Survivor when they do the food eating competition. And so just like holding my breath the whole time, like, don't throw up, it'll be fine. And my husband's sitting there watching it with me. He's like, oh, I'd pay to eat this. I was like, what? Who does that?
Tell him to go on the snake and he doesn't have to pay for it. It's just a challenge.
Right?
So we basically cut into the challenges. And I mean, the first one's a dud. We got Amanda and Derek. They basically both X out. Nobody finishes it in 5 minutes. So Jim's just like, all right, next. Cody and Catherine go on, and Catherine's like, strategy number 5 million, throw a challenge so no one thinks you're some big threat. So she throws it, which in my head,
BS.
That's her. I threw it because she didn't want to do it. Yeah.
She definitely.
We're on you, Catherine. We're on to you.
You got McLean versus Jordan. Jordan vomits pretty much all over the place on camera. You got Alyssa and Jacob. Jacob pretty much wins because Alyssa's like, oh, I'm not here to not compete, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a loser. And then she just basically doesn't eat it. You got Jack and Mena. Mena, I think Mena almost vomits. Jack just slurps it up. You got Frank and Brian, and basically he's like, I'm good. Brian wins that one. And then the last one is Devontae versus Brett. And I mean, Brett basically pussies out also. So you really got like half the people are like, I'm good. Half the people are like, hey, we were goated. We're ready for this final round.
I like how you said they basically pussied out when you already said you would have pussied out. So
I mean, I'm not trained pussy out for this one. I'm not.
I love that you were calling them out, but said I would do the same.
I would call them out, but there's no way I would gag just from the smell. Like, I would pussy out first.
Brett, I'm doing the same thing, dude. I'm putting that shit right back down and letting who the hell Devontae win. I'm like, I'm good.
I'm not even walking up to the table. I'm like, have fun.
I mean, I'm pretty sure at the final one where we'll talk about what the hell happens with that fiasco, Cody's just like,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So they have the winner circle and they all, line up and they're like, we have eggs for you that have been, laid years ago, and you guys are going to eat these delicious eggs that stink like crap. And everyone's just like, oh, this is awesome, So they start eating the eggs and they're timed. I think there's 3 of them that they have to consume. I mean, pretty much everyone's gagging. Cody basically is like, I'm going to die. So he leaves and just dies, basically. You got Brian's kind of McLean. She's giving it a good effort, but she's a little slow behind. And then you got Jacob and Jack are really the ones grinding here. I mean, they literally are crying eating these eggs. Like, I'm literally watching them and their eyes are turning bloodshot from these nasty eggs.
I mean, that was like what I literally messaged you, and I was like, my poor boy, he's really hurting, but look at him going. He did it. And then we have a whole thing that we're going to get into. So,
yeah. Oh and my gosh. That was the moment my husband said he would pay to do this. I'm like, no.
So I'll tell you my theory in a second, but then we finally get the showdown. It's 1 egg left, basically, and then Jack basically takes it over. And, everyone's like, congrats, we're all good. He's getting the amulet, like, congratulations. And you got Pastor Jacob over here like, yo, hold up. Someone spit in my bucket, bro. Like, what the hell's going on here? I don't know the last time I ever watched a show and something like that happened. So I was kind of like, oh, damn, I didn't expect this one. But I know, Kristin, you have some strong words on this.
I do. You said Pastor Jacob. You actually meant to say Pastor Bitch has entered the building and complained for 0 like, the fact if you're going to complain about this, and it's like, because like I'd complain if there was like a very, very close moment. I could have actually, no, the exact same thing happened. You are sit down. This just paints a bigger problem for you, as we see, is that they're all starting to be like, not cool there, Pastor Bitch, like, we have a problem. And I think that did him more harm than good. So
Kristin, are you saying that Pastor Bitch is being a bitch and we're gonna watch this live time as it plays out over the next couple of weeks?
I'm sorry, Pastor Bitch, you're still fun, but like, I had to call it out because that was a definite bitch moment.
I think Pastor, I'm not gonna say bitch. I'll keep him saying Jacobs. I think Jacob.
I had to do it in the moment though.
You could call him Pastor Bitch. I'm like mid on Team Jacob still. So I get it. He looks in the back, and I think Devontae spit a little bit in the bucket. I'm not gonna lie. That dude was spitting a lot. So I think that was my theory. I think he went around and screwed him over. I don't know what he did, honestly, but I mean, Jack doesn't spit. I know Lindsay wants Jack to win, so
Lindsay's favorite.
Oh yeah, my favorite player. Oh yeah. So if you're team Pastor Jacob and you're team Pastor Bitch, I'll just be in the medium because I've not made up my decision on him yet. But
to be fair, he
could have saved Mena. Okay, he had an option.
I mean,
I think she accidentally left.
Oops, they left.
That's so funny, actually. She just bopped off on accident. But I mean, I'm Team Brian, Lindsay. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I wanted Brian to win that challenge.
Brian is so cool. I really like him. The little bit I know about
Kristin,
him.
You were so mad that you accidentally exited.
I didn't exit. Listen, no, they were like, she's done. She said Pastor Bitch one too many times. We're kicking her out. I'm done now. He's back to Jacob. Don't kick me out anymore.
I didn't even touch anything. That's the funniest part. I was like, oh, see ya.
I just kept going, and then I'm like, wait, I'm not on camera anymore. Anyway, moving on.
The Kristin's rambling on, and nobody can.
But we needed Kristin's ramble, so I'd like to hear more of that. And Kristin, what you missed was Austin saying he's Team Ryan, which I am too.
I'm back to Jacob. Calm down, everyone. I'm back. Take it back. I take it back.
All right, so they redo the challenge, and the same bullshit happens. They win, or Jack wins. Everyone's like, this already happened. We don't care, yada, yada, yada. And now Jacob's like, oh, shit, I kind of just put a target on my back for, doing this, which, I mean, I agree. You definitely did. But, I mean, he's a soulful guy. He's going to call out what he believes in. And I don't think he did it in spite. So, I mean, he does what he does, but he just like Kristin said, you probably should have been thinking a little bit when you said that.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing is like, if you're in the moment in these games, like, yes, it's going to get the better of you, right? We're all like guilty of that in our real life, let alone like all the pressures of a game, right? So I understand why he did it, but I just would have been like, I don't like the fact that they're like, we're going to go again and eat that. I'd be like, never mind. I take it back. There was nothing in my bucket. I take it back. It's fine.
Cody literally said, I'm not playing. Yeah. I'm good.
I'm with Cody.
I wouldn't have been there in the first place, but yeah.
So they get back, and this is really where some social dynamics start to flunder out here. So, like, Catherine immediately is like, I'm team Pastor Bitch. She's on your team. Catherine's just like team Kristin, Pastor Bitch. And she's telling everyone, no, we're not keeping this dude around. And then you got Jacob, like, pitching to Amanda for, like, his life. Like, these are really the only two major things until the surprise comes on board. So, I mean,
not surprised. They literally put it in the preview.
So, I'm going to be honest. I didn't catch on to this. Kristin caught on immediately. Kristin's like, oh, yeah, someone new's coming. I'm like, I didn't know that someone new was going to come. I'm not going to lie to you.
I mean, they literally put it in the preview last week. So I was like, oh, okay, here's the girl.
I either forgot or I totally missed.
You like spaced out on it because you were like,
I'm like,
it's a preview in the box and they keep teasing it. And you're like, okay, just tell us who is coming out. We know what's coming. Just let whoever this is out of the box.
I'm pretty confident they even showed her, though. Like, I'm pretty confident they even showed what she looked like. Yes. It was like, I knew exactly who it was.
So maybe I'm just gone. Maybe the mind's just not here. Like I was like the fifth time they opened the box because I just kept going back and forth to the box opening like 80 times. I was like, is someone coming out? Is this a person?
I'm like, that girl's walking out. And he's like, what?
And apparently that takes a long time to film, which I thought was very funny to know behind the scenes of them going all the boxes in general.
Can you imagine her like walking out, like being this like showstopper, like surprise, and then she trips on her way out, like ruins all of it.
And also she's like so cute. How do you stay in the box for that many hours and your hair looks so good? Like, how do you do that? Teach me lessons.
She literally walked out and I'm like, she is so cute. Like, she's such a little adorable, like, oh, adorable. Well, somebody caught on to that real quick.
So it is a she. It is Christine. She is a teacher, I think she said.
Yes.
And she's like 29. I mean, I'm on team Cody. I mean, she's hot. So I get it. Christine, welcome to the game. Cody's basically just drooling like a puppy.
Instantly. I was like, well, I need a little bit better. I was like, can we hide it a little bit better than this? Okay. All right.
I mean, Jim even's like, Cody, you good, bro? And he's like, yeah. And that what did he ask her? Like, what religion she is or something? Is she Catholic? I was like, oh my God, Cody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can we like calm down?
Yeah. If it wasn't in person, Cody would have jumped right into her DMs.
Yes, 100%.
And then we also find out that the snake gets their own room. So Jack gets to slumber in his own place, his own quarters, talk privately, which we see very soon here in this episode from this point that there's people going into Jack's room. And he basically, we start seeing a lot of Derek. All right. Now Derek's like, I don't like that Cody's kind of tagging up on Christine here. Derek's very scared of this because he thinks he's going to lose his man crush, Cody. Derek also has his other alliance that he works with. Now, is he playing too much double agent here? What are we thinking about Derek's little issue?
I mean, it's smart. You do need to branch out. We've already said this. This is going to change every week. We're going to get a different dynamic here. But also, I completely just like thought I made the mention to Derek being the detective and reminded me of Derek from Big Brother. But Derek also had a Cody in Big Brother. Like, this is so cute.
Oh my God, that's so true.
I know, it's a little parallel moment. I just realized that. But anyway, so yes, I think for sure, like, it's what's her name is like the the Victoria of it all. No, I'm just kidding. She was useless. But I do see that
Alyssa, the OnlyFans player that I haven't seen at all this entire episode.
She's been missing. She went missing. But no, I think I would say you have to branch out. Like, you can't just put all of your eggs in one basket, especially in this type of game. So I think it was smart, but you got to be a little bit stealthy about it. So we'll see what happens here, especially with this fallout. I think we're going to get to at the end.
Any input on what Derek's game's looking like right now, Lindsay?
I actually think it's very smart. If I were him, I'd try to do the same thing. He's going kind of under the radar, but also reaching out to a lot of people, saying certain things, and interesting, giving his edit from last episode. We barely saw him to him coming really extreme today. I like how he's playing. I think we got to keep an eye on it. He's a detective for a reason.
I like the two players, Catherine and Derek, how they're kind of, I got this alliance. I got this alliance. Well, they call them packs. Let me not say alliances. They're packed in this season of the Snake. And they're both kind of like parts of it. And like Catherine's very strongly saying, oh, I've been planning this since I was a toddler on my phone. Whereas Derek's like, I've been working this my entire life type strategy. So I kind of like how they're both, minusculing their packs, I guess. We go down to some dislikes that I noted down. Jack doesn't like Kristin because Kristine's agreeing with literally everyone. I mean, we get a montage for a minute worth of Kristin just agreeing with everyone.
But wouldn't you, being the new person, I'm not coming in making waves. I'm like, oh, yeah, you want to go grab a banana? My favorite fruit. Yeah, like I would be doing the exact same thing.
Did you say pancakes? I love pancakes. They're my favorite food.
Exactly. Right. I mean, yeah, go for it, Kristin. I'm all for it. Yes.
And then Devontae tries to pitch to Jack in the room, basically, hey, McLean is not, shouldn't be picked. Like, we need to keep her kind of outdoors. You're going to get caught in, like, the ring of her. And, I mean, Jack's kind of, like, middle ground at this moment. He's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, if the time comes, I'd still choose her, but then you get McLean, who's like, I love Jack. Like, I literally want to work with this guy. Like, does Jack even notice this? Like, I don't think he's really noticing that McLean wants to work with him like that bad.
I think the thing with Jack, and especially with Devontae bringing it to his attention, is like we see in a lot of these shows, like the showmances are instantly targeted. So like if we're talking about a safety chain type of, or chain reaction, they're calling it, that's two people that are going to always pick each other. So like you don't want that. So like whether he sees it or not, he is kind of trying to like brush it off a little bit to be like, oh, I don't know. But maybe we're not seeing something else that's going on behind the scenes too.
I don't think that's a bad strategy. Like, you have the Survivor background behind you, Kristin, and we've seen Rob and Amber. We've seen so many different people do this, and it usually ends terrible after that season 8 of Survivor. You cannot let anybody know you're in a showman's. Big Brother, there's so many examples on reality TV. Don't let them know.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see.
We end up getting another Timbit from Catherine on her amazing list of things to do on TV, where she basically therapists to Jack about how to be the snake. And I think Jack kind of likes it. I mean, he's like vibing in. So Catherine's definitely bought in with the boys club. And
yeah, she 5 minutes and she knows it all. She knows it. She's ins and outs.
Yes.
She's got like 10 steps already completed of her top 100 things to do on the show. So she's killing it.
She is. I enjoy Catherine.
I love it. Catherine just keeps killing it, honestly.
Yeah, Catherine's hilarious. I want the full steps written out by the end of the show. Once she's fully done, whether she wins or however she places, I need the full list written out from Catherine. Please, Catherine, if you're listening.
I need it.
We're going to have a phone of our own. That's all of Catherine's things.
Like, if I get on the snake ever in my lifetime, I want the playbook. Catherine, come on.
Yeah, right. I think she's listening, so we can just tag her. Catherine, give it to us.
We need it.
And of course, everyone's just stalking Cody and Kristin. Just, Cody's all up on her, and she's just flirting away like it's her, basically his girlfriend boyfriend happening. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, you like him?" She's like, "Yeah." She's probably like, nah, I'm just flirting.
No, I'm trying to survive the safety chain that's coming up.
I love that we got her admitting that she was flirting and saying XYZ sort of thing, and then going to the gray and white beforehand with other players saying how they think about her. Oh my gosh, Kristin, seriously, you're very funny. But that was a great couple minutes of reality television.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of any more big social points. Do either of you have any big game, like social gameplay moments that happened before this?
No, I think we're still just seeing the branching out of what we've already, like that little like goose egg that started last week, and now we're starting to see little branches that are out of it. So I think we're going to get more throughout the season, which is great.
Yeah. Oh, I do have that. This was a big one actually. So Derek, this is where the Derek comes into play, where he talks to Jacob, and he's basically like, "Hey, dude, I don't like that you're that confrontational. Like, I don't know if I'd pick you over McLean." And he's like, "Oh shit, like I might have been overplaying a little bit and I didn't even know it." So, I mean, Pastor Bitch is kind of seeing the unravelness from the bitch moment.
You said you were gonna call him that. Now you've been calling him that.
It kind of flows off the tongue.
Yeah.
Jacob, I'm sorry. I did not mean to make this a new nickname. It was just funny in the moment.
No, Jacob, you're great. It's just very hashtagable.
Oh my god. I feel bad.
I love Jacob.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think here's the thing that it's like good for Derek for, again, because we're talking about these branching out, but also Derek, he's bringing up the needs numbers, right? And so the issue of this number situation, which we're going to see when we come talking about this chain reaction here, is yes, that's great, but now you're going to, like, it'd be different if there was not somebody you've already aligned with or made this pact with, because with this constantly moving, it's going to be, I feel like we're in for some, again, the spiciness that I mentioned at the beginning of this that we're going to get. So, I mean, I'm all for it. Thank you, Derek, for doing this. But I don't know how well it's going to work for you. But I do think that you're a great player. And I would love, I mean, I think it can help because we have seen power fall from grace. So.
Yeah, and there's a lot, this ending right here before we head into the ceremony is a lot of Derek, like, what is Derek kind of plotting here? So we're very anticipating what he's going to do next, right? And they show a real slight clip of all the little alliances that are kind of going on with Derek as, you know, he pitches out to, who was it? It was Amanda and Jacob. I think it was Cody. It was Cody and Mac. He was pitching that they need to work with Brian and Amanda. And I think they kind of, you know, understood the assignment, but that's also Derek's 2 packs. So I don't know if they understood it that well, but I think everyone kind of understood, like, let's just play together. So we're seeing Derek kind of link and puzzle pieces here pretty much together.
I agree.
And
it's
then
like a detective doing his job.
Yes.
And a short shout out to, like, Mena, Amanda, like, we're not Jordan. I'm sorry, I didn't even see you guys in the edit, so I'm just re-energizing. You guys are still alive. My Alyssa girl, you still here?
I love the moment where we don't even see Alyssa. She's in the background. I'm like, there's Alyssa. And you're like, there she is.
Well, and when we had Frank, like, he was never the star of this episode, but he was always everywhere. So Frank's very...
Do you know what the star of this episode was?
Tell me.
Frank's curlers. I live for it. Thank you. I was like, love it. Loved it.
That was Frank's moment. He came on there popping and ready.
Yes. Yes. Teach me your ways, because, like, it takes a lot for curlers to look that good, because mine are a hot mess anytime I ever do it. So
I didn't even expect it, to be honest. Like, he went right into the confessional. Bam! I was like, ooh.
He had the hair, and his confessionals were so funny. You're like, okay, we see you now.
Right. Now we understand. We know the trick. It's the curlers.
Duh. You need to get him to do my makeup. Goddamn.
Right, all of it. The hair, the makeup. Yes.
Everything.
Frank, we
protects us.
we start heading into the ceremony. We get our few people who are, you know, getting nervous. Kristin's nervous. Jacob's nervous. Mena's nervous. And we get to the point where Jack's like, all right, I'm up here. I got my amulet. And then our lovely host is like, Christine. So, Christine, you're good on this one because you came in late. So you can step on the side over here. I know Kristin was not happy about that, but I give like, come on, give her a little safety. She hasn't had time.
No, we don't want new people in the show on episode 2. Just start from the beginning. Unfair rules.
Ooh, okay.
This is where I'm 100% with Lindsay, and that's exactly where I was going to go with this. Is like, listen, like especially from all of them, and especially we know already that Mena's out because we mentioned at the beginning of the episode. But like, I was here from the get-go. Okay, I was here from the get-go. You just came in by a twist of that the show decided to do, but now my game's in jeopardy because they want to give you safety for a round. F that. No, thank you. No, thank you. I do not approve that message.
And I feel that because like we have a player who never even got to see this mystery player, like Police Girl, back in episode 1. Like, I don't know. I agree. It kind of sucks for everyone, but it's just the show being the show. You know what I mean? Throwing a new wrench, and I'm here for it a little bit. I don't know.
I love a good twist. I just think like maybe let's think this out. Let's bring her in the beginning and make her compete with everybody. Like, why not do that? Like, I just feel like I'm all for the twist. Let's do it. But like, let's not jeopardize people that have been there. They've already started building the connections for her to come in and be like, in one day, be like, oh, not even a day. Like, what was it? Like half a day? And be like, you're good. Yeah. You're good. It's fine. You're good.
I agree. She probably could have been brought in like pretty much right off the bat, like of this episode. Like, hey, we're not even going to do a challenge for the next 6 hours, but here's a box. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I mean, for anybody that like, listen, the snake, when you cast me, I request to be the second brought in after all of that so I can have the safety. Thanks. Okay. Got you.
Okay, Kristin, I'll one up you. Can I be brought in the final episode? Like, just bring me a surprise guest.
Right. Just in the ending. We're fine.
Just be right in the box.
Right.
It's literally the finale, and there's like 3 people left. Oh, there's a box here. And then Lindsay just pops out. Final 4.
I've been in here since the beginning. It was really hot.
They forgot me. They forgot me
on the back lot.
Oh my gosh. Think of the sweat.
Oh my gosh.
So basically we start the chain, you know, the second chain of the season. We got Jack, and it's basically the boys. I do this like thing that's from the Scream movie when the boys come out, because it's the bros, man. You got to keep all the boys intact.
Brochachos.
We got all the way, all 3 boys. And then, of course, Devontae picks Catherine, and Catherine's like, oh, my God, my plan number 5 worked. Then we go on. Then the next, Pact starts heading in with Brian, and Brian's like, yes, I didn't think I was going to get picked, even though I knew that you were going to get picked there. And then you got Jordan because, Jordan picked you last time. So, return the favor, sure, whatever.
Can you imagine them doing this every safety check? Well, he picked me last time. Oh, no, she picked me last time. They just constantly go back and forth doing that.
I don't remember exactly how the last chain went, but I'm like pretty certain it's the first 5 just got flipped around. Like it was Catherine, Jordan, no, it was Catherine, Brian, Jordan, and then I think it was the bros right after, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of had the same.
I think Alyssa was in there, and then she picked Jack, Brett, Devontae.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, it was. Yeah, then it was Jack, which Alyssa is the next picked. So I mean, you know what? I actually am starting to realize why Frankie said what he did, because they talk about like Alyssa's talking about who she's gonna pick, and mind you, she can't get out of the circle. She had to get help. Her really big heels were way too much.
I'm glad you brought it up. I wasn't going to. I've done enough damage this episode.
I mean, that was her only moment of the episode, it felt like. So I needed to shine bright like a diamond there, right? But
like her shoes.
Yeah.
You got to give everybody their moments.
I mean, we gave the curlers the moment. We got to give the shoes their moment too.
She's also like probably the most followed person on this cast for 2 reasons. So
we know reasons.
2 reasons.
So she picks Frankie, and then Frankie gives a little dialogue here. He's like, "Hey, so I kind of want to flip this shit around a little bit. I'm starting to see there's a pattern, and I want to, pick someone that no one would expect. And that no expect is Cody, where we learned that those two kind of got a duo thing going on. So that was an interesting pick. And I think that was a smart time to just do that, because now you got Cody to trust you. And I mean, you wanted that to happen. You both want this duo to work. So it's a good time to, test the line, like the duo right there. I think Frankie says that, like, talks about next, like how he wants to blend in with Cody. Like, do you guys see those two being like a pretty good duo here, or do you think people are going to kind of see it?
Well, I mean, Frank brings this up as like, who would have thought the bull rider and the, like they're not going to align. And it's very true, because we do see, I mean, again, this is a very cliquey type of show. We've seen these, like the bros, as you call them, you know what I mean? And so, originally here, we're going to come down here because this is going to be that secret of like, okay, who are you going to pick? What are you going to do? Like, you know what I mean? And nobody's going to think of it of like, okay, that was a one-time thing. Like, they're not friends, they don't hang out in the house all the time. And as we see, like, we expect this, like, these groups to continue on. And as we get further down the safety chain, it kind of throws, like Frank said off the catalyst to pick some random Joe Schmo, you know what I mean? So
yeah, Kristin, I 100% agree with you. If I were Frank or Cody, that would be my strategy. Pick somebody as polar opposite as me as possible that you wouldn't expect, and see if we can work different sides of the house, the show, whatever. So I do think it's a really smart move, but I think we might see it working out better for Frank than Cody, but time will tell.
Time will tell. Yeah, it's like a two-headed snake. Let's go.
No, and I agree with that, Lindsay. I think this is like a really good play with Frank. This is almost like on the same tier of how I'm feeling about Derek and Catherine at the moment, because he's trying to insert himself into, a middle. And I think that's like probably the best option to do in a chain type game. Like, how many times can I be in the middle of a pair almost? Like, how many times can I be like at least a second option? Because you want to be an option at every time. Whereas you're starting to see there's a few people that are just keep lingering to the bottom. That means they are not an option. You know what I mean? So, we end up getting Cody, and then he picks Derek, which this is the pack here. Cody's picking Derek, and then Derek's picking Amanda, and that, or no, actually, Derek is Jacob. Wow, I can't believe I forgot the biggest twist of the goddamn chain. My bad. So Derek, let me rewind here. So Derek's sitting here thinking to himself, "Whoa, what am I going to do here?" Huh?
It's because you didn't have your glasses. It's fine.
I know, I'm like squinting over here so bad. But
glasses they work.
Note to self, glasses. But he basically is thinking to himself here, like, I know if I don't pick Derek, if I don't pick Jacob, he's going home. He's screwed. Like, Jack's not picking him. So if I don't pick him here, he's gonna go home. But I really think he's a good ally to me. So I mean, I actually think it's a good move to keep him, because I mean, Amanda's going to get chosen next, obviously, but he knows that's going to happen. So he's leaving two people for Jack to pick that he doesn't, they're probably not going to trust him in this game. What do you guys think about his decision?
Yes and no, because he had Mac, and then now he's just completely kabooied this. That I think. If I agree that yes, Jacob would 100% gone home. So I think the next thing would have picked McLean. She would have then picked Amanda. Amanda would, like, it would have been probably Mena and Jacob would have gone home easily. Or Mena's there and Amanda, Jacob, like same thing. So I think that maybe it should have been a Cody Derek conversation to be like, okay, you pick McLean first so that we have her, then she'll pick me, and then I can throw everybody for the loop and save Jacob at the last minute, and then it would have left Amanda and Mena down there. So then you save your relationship with Mac, and you still get the showboat of it all to get Jacob on your side, and then screw Jack. That's just me.
Well, this is where I get nervous. Sorry if you're going to jump in, Lindsay. I just don't want to forget. But I think Amanda would go home in that scenario. I think Jack wouldn't have picked Amanda. So I think in that scenario, he's thinking like, this is my tight alliance right here. I don't want to, accidentally screw her with Mac, who I'm not 100% even with. So do you risk Amanda going home against Mena when Jack might pick Mena over Amanda at that point?
I only say this because it is a game of numbers. So it's better to have Amanda and Mac than to not, and Jacob. But if you lose Amanda because he sends Amanda home, you still have Mac and you have Jacob now. So, and they're both indebted to you. So this is a game of numbers. So yes, you lose your like closest person, but you gain 2. Where do you go? Because yes, this is a trust game, but it's also a numbers game. So that's where I would go.
I agree. Mom, you're the best. I would have voted you out too. I think that was the right move. And interesting seeing McLean in hindsight. I think she's going to be kind of not happy. We saw her confessional about being at the bottom multiple times. I'm curious to see what she's going to do going forward. And again, Mom, you're the best, but you're too good for this game. So we had to get you out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't really, like I said, I think that this is going to hurt Derek for a minute. I think that this McLean is going to maybe cause some issues for what he was trying to accomplish here. I do think that I is going to crumble, and that I do think that Derek will end up coming up on top of some of those people in power currently. But I do think for maybe a round or so, unless he becomes, I mean, again, he can become the snake next round, and then that's where the power goes right to the bottom. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty of this kind of game here. So
is Derek playing the best game right now?
I don't.
Possibly, but I don't feel like this was the moment to do it.
I don't know. I truly think this might be weird, but Catherine is. I weirdly think Catherine, I don't think anyone dislikes her. I don't think she has that dislikeness yet. And I know we see it throughout you that people are, really not entertaining her at some point, but I think she's chilling right now and she's got a lot of connections, it sounds like. So
see, I'm gonna argue with both of you. I think the person playing the best game right now is Frank. He is right smack dab in the middle of these two sides of the whatever you want to call it, the jungle house, snake infested waters. I don't care. But I mentioned this to Cody or to Cody. Yes, I was talking to Cody earlier. No, I was mentioning this to Austin. Is that Frank bringing in Cody in this moment of this, we don't know each other, allows him to kind of gather this little group. But we know that Frank kind of had something going a little bit with Catherine. We saw them talking a little bit. We know that Frank's pretty much good with everyone on this other side. And so, I mean, he's getting picked in the middle, which isn't a bad thing. Now, it's going to become a bad thing when there's dwindling numbers, so he needs to move up a little bit. But for this current moment, I think Frank's sitting in the best position.
This is why I should never be on the snake, because you just convinced me in 60 seconds that he's playing the best game.
And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
You're right, Kristin. I'm going to do whatever you just said.
That would be, let me pull up my phone. This was number 172. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, that was a good tactic, Kristin. Maybe Catherine has that, convincing someone that they're the best.
Maybe.
We're going to see that, I think, episode 3. I feel like that's going to happen.
Catherine, let me know if it was also number 172 for you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you just called it out.
Catherine, DM me. We want to know.
Let Lindsay know, so I know. But so yes, we basically see Mena go home. She does not have a flashy exit. She's basically like, I think I screwed my game up from the start with, raising my hand, which I don't think you did, Mena, personally. I just think that it came to numbers, and at least the edit didn't show you being aligned with really anybody. So I think it came down to that, to be fair. And in a game like the Snake, where it's not like Survivor and you get idols, or like Big Brother, where you have 2 freaking challenges to save yourself, you pretty much have to rely on the social game. So, I mean, Mena being our second boot, I applaud you for being on the show, and it was a good watch. But yeah, Jack definitely picked McLean. So I mentioned this from last episode, where I thought I saw this
this brain power that Mena has, and I really 100% agree with it, that I think that Jack did make the right decision. And Lindsay even said it too, like she knows her mom better than anybody, but just from the episode and a half of this small edit that I got from Mena, I can tell that she is instantly smart. She looks at every single person and what strength they're going to bring this round, what strength they're going to bring next round. She's 20 steps down the line where people might be thinking about tomorrow. So yeah. Jack, my boy, love you. Great decision. But also Mena, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Jack, good decision, because she would have beat you in the end. So good call getting her out.
Yeah, and then we catch McLean crying a little bit, which, made me a little emotional because I'm starting to like McLean. But
I can tell.
What's funny though is I kind of resonated a little bit with McLean in this moment. Is like, how you get into the point where you're just like so pissed off that you just start crying and people are like, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm like, you don't hurt my feelings. I'm just really emotional. I'm gonna kick your ass in a minute. Like, but she even says it. She's like, oh, I'm coming for them. And she's like, well, after I stop crying. It's like,
I like that. That was a good line, actually. I was cracking up. She's like, after I'm done.
If I've ever resonated with anybody in a line ever, it was that. Yes, I'm coming for you, but I gotta stop crying first.
It was such a good line. It's so honest and so funny at the same time. And also she's like rocking it. I want the Aqua two-piece set. Like, send me the link, girl. Like, she's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it pretty much ends there. Mena walks off, Jack gives back the amulet, and they basically are told, you lived another day. And then we see a crazy, like, cockroach infested episode.
Yeah.
Preview. I mean, I don't know if I'd be sticking my head in that either. The snake just wants everyone to puke or vomit or something. I don't know.
I again would be like, okay, let me go rely on my social skills because I'm not doing this.
Nope.
So
that's my stat.
I can't wait to see this downfall of this safety chain reaction moment that we're going to get a lot of spiciness, I feel like, next week. So
yeah. I want the chaos. I'm ready for the chaos. Now I no longer have to be worried that Mama's on. I want the messiness. I want the chaos. Let's see how this plays out. I want to see this.
Love it.
And to be fair, for my ending report here, I definitely agreed with what Kristin was saying a little earlier. Like, the chain, it's how a chain works. I mean, if you're the winner, you're going to save your pack's going to kind of be at the top. But if someone else wins, it could be a completely different train wreck of a chain. So we have yet to experience literally anyone outside like the boys club really basically win. Because, I mean, Catherine wasn't technically in the boys club at the start, but she was, she had them included in the top half. And when you're in the top half, I think that's kind of, the click that we were seeing right now. So it's going to be really interesting because if someone finally wins outside of it, like if McLean wins, like that would be a crazy train of a chain, I think.
Well, I think if McLean wins, she's just now pissed off enough that it's still going to be the boys club. What I want to see is a Cody, Derek, Christine, Jacob kind of situation. Like even an Amanda moment. Like, let's go.
Where's Alyssa? Give me some Alyssa winning. Come on.
And then you get the boys club again. No, we want to switch in power. Switch in power. Let's do this.
And I want to see Amanda flip the game. I hope we see that from her. Not confident we will, but that'd be really fun to see.
So, ending remarks. Are we anticipating anything else happening? Do we see a shift in an alliance? I mean, I think we covered pretty much everything from who we think the top players are, but any last minute scenarios that you guys are thinking about?
My last thing that I think, if I could ever predict a show, and we all know that reality is so unpredictable, I do see that Derek maybe would get a fallout here for this next week for this decision here, where we might lose like an Amanda, or we might lose Cody or Jacob here. But then I think that next week, I think we're going to see a major shift. Like, one of those people on the bottom are going to take over that snake chain reaction where all the people that were on the bottom are now on top, and it's going to be a very different game. So I'm here for it. I hope that's what happens. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but I'm fingers crossed, please, because that will be so fun. Because like Derek needs a little taste of his medicine for like, kind of screwing up poor Mac there. But I want to see all the chaos of the boys getting like pummeled. Just not Jack. Just not Jack.
Not Jack. Okay. I'm with Kristin. I'm wanting a little bit of chaos. I hope we see it in the next 2 episodes. I feel like the boys are getting set up to fail, and that's going to be really interesting to see. And all the showmances is going to be interesting.
Oh my God.
We'll see if that works out. I feel like we're getting all the things at once. It'd be really fun to watch over the next 3 or 4 or 5 episodes, however long they are it.
My only thing I need to tell casting, y'all picked a horny group. All right. Y'all did.
For a second, I thought we were watching Love Island, but it's fine.
I swear to God, everyone had at least a confessional in these 2 episodes, calling someone hot, someone getting sexual in some sort of way, lovey-dovey. I'm like, God damn, dude, this ain't just the snake. This is goddamn like matchmaking in goddamn wherever the hell they're at, the jungle.
Yes, they're in Argentina, I think. So this is why we should see Mena on the Traders with people her own age in Scotland, because she's like, the cast is 10 years younger than my children, and I'm the oldest one on there, and I'm married, and no one else is.
See, Mena just didn't fit in with these crazy lovebirds, right?
Yeah, she's very happily married. My dad is very, very lucky.
Love it.
All right. Well, that's it for episode 2 of The Snake. Hopefully you guys stuck around the entire time on the Reality After Show. Please like, subscribe this channel, and we will be back next time for episode 3 of The Snake. See ya.
Bye.